What up, Roshe Fams? Welcome to this restoration video that I did for my Mango V2s. First thing out of the way is I do apologize about the quality of the video. When I made this video, I didn't really have a great set plan, so I kind of just went for it and kind of just did what I did and just pressed record. Also, the quality of the videos, I do apologize about that. My GoPro is kind of sucks when it comes to low light settings, and I do plan on getting a DSLR down the road so we could really up the quality game and you could actually see the dirt marks, scuff marks, even the fibers coming out of the Roshe a lot more better than what it is right now. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Shoutouts to the people on my Instagram who wanted to see this video. I'm making this for you guys, and I really hope it really gives you some more insight when it comes to like cleaning up your Roshe and whatnot. So thank you guys. Shoutouts to you guys. You already know who you are. But hope you guys enjoyed, even though it's going to be a pretty bad video, and I do apologize about that. So let's go ahead and get this started. And here's a little backstory when it comes to this Roshe. I did pick this up on eBay from a seller who claimed it was quote-unquote in excellent condition and has only worn it twice. However, upon receiving it, you could already tell it was worn more than twice. So rewinding a bit, as you're watching this, I'm showing off how dirty the midsole came. I know you can't really see it because my GoPro hella sucks, but it's pretty dirty. Now we're taking a look at the outsole. I'm not even tripping about this because it's a shoe, it's gonna get dirty regardless. Now we're taking a look at the insoles. As you can see, there's a foot imprint in there. Definitely worn more than twice. It's very dirty. I don't even have this on any of my Roshes, so I don't know what the hell this guy did. Now I'm showing off the scuff marks that were found on the Roshe. They were found on the front portion of the shoe, and then on one of them, the back heel has like this really bad scuff that even I couldn't fix. But the worst part of it was that the heel caps on both shoes were bent in. One of them was a lot more worse than the other, and I was a bit upset about that. So, but we got them fixed out. So, and I'll show you guys how to do that later in the video. So the tools that I'm using for this restoration is scissors and an X-Acto knife, just to remove some of the fibers that were coming out of the Roshe. I got a microfiber towel and just a regular towel just for cleanup when it comes to cleaning the Roshe. So now I got two brushes. One toothbrush is for the mesh upper, and I'll explain that later down the road. And then I got the Jason Mark brush that came with the cleaning kit, just to clean off the midsoles. And of course the all-important shoe cleaner. Got the Jason Mark on deck. If you guys don't have the shoe cleaner, which in my opinion is the best shoe cleaner that I have ever used, then do yourself a favor and pick one up right now. And last but not least, I do have a hairdryer to fix out those bent in heel caps. I did end up using a different one later down the video because this one actually broke on me, so if you see a different hairdryer, that's the reason why. And that's pretty much all that I use, so let's go ahead and start the restoration. So what I'm doing here is I'm just removing some of the extra fibers or strings that were coming out of the Roshe. They were pretty much found on both shoes. Even one of the laces had like fibers coming out of that, and I gave it a nice little quick trim just to make the laces look a little bit more nicer. Here's a better look at the midsole when it comes to the Roshe. It's a lot more brighter in the bathroom than it is in my room, so you could go ahead and see the dirt marks and everything that is found on there, hopefully. So we're gonna go ahead and start to clean off the Roshe. I'm gonna go ahead and clean off the midsole first. Basically, I'm doing this over my sink and I'm not using the proper way of cleaning the shoe. The way you actually do it, the proper way is you want to be able to use like a bowl of water, dip some solution, like a few drops on your brush, and then dip it into the bowl and clean it off. I just thought it's just a little bit more easier for me just to do it over the sink. So basically what I'm doing here is I am dripping some solution onto the brush, wetting it under the faucet, just the edge of the bristles, and then I'm gonna go to town on the midsoles. So if you guys find some dirt marks that just won't come off with the brush, it probably means that that dirt mark is actually deep within the midsole. So what I like to do is I like to put some Jason marks and get it all bubbly on top of the dirt mark, and I take my towel, kind of take my nail through the towel, and what I want to do is when I'm drying off the midsole, I like to kind of take my nail and kind of scoop out the dirt, if that makes any sense. So I'm trying to scoop out all the dirt that is within the midsole, and you could actually press down on the midsole a little bit more harder like this, just because this dirt is on top of the midsole, just a little bit deeper than, you know, your regular dirt marks. And as you can see over here, as I'm doing this, that dirt mark that was very stubborn is actually starting to go away now. So if you guys don't actually get it off the first time, be persistent and, you know, hit it up maybe twice, maybe 3 times. I sometimes do this just because some of the dirt marks is really hard to get, especially in the back of the heel of your right shoe. For those who drive, you know what I'm talking about. Onto the mesh upper, I'm taking a toothbrush because the soft bristles on the toothbrush, as opposed to the bristles on the Jason Marks brush, is a lot more harder, and they tend to pull the mesh, causing like little micro threads just to be pulled out of the mesh. And I did this once before and I really didn't like the outcome of it. That's the reason why I resorted back to a toothbrush. So basically what I'm doing here now is I'm taking the toothbrush and completely soaking up the mesh upper. So when I do drop the solution on the toothbrush, it will take a better hold on the mesh upper as opposed to having it dried. And from there I am cleaning up the whole entire mesh upper, from the front to the tongue to the mid panels and the back of the heel, just so I don't miss any dirt marks that were found on the Roshe. So after hitting a specific part with the Jason Marks solution, what I like to do is I like to run it over water again, just because it's kind of like soap. You don't want to leave soap on your clothes. You want to always rinse it with, you know, water, so you don't get any of those dry water marks or soap residue on your Roshe. So go ahead and do that, and you definitely want to do that on light colored Roshes as well, because you will actually end up seeing them. But if you end up seeing them again after they're dried, just hit it up with water again and you should be fine. Onto cleaning the insoles. Basically what I just did is, just like the midsoles, I took the Jason Marks brush and the solution and went to town on it, and I only did about 1 coat and it came out to be very clean. So probably the most easiest part of the restoration, and I'm thankful for it. Now let's move on to heel caps. What I'm doing here is taking the hairdryer and hitting up the heel cap. What you want to do to fix this is you want to hit the back of the heel and warm it up with the hairdryer to remold the heel cap. As you're heating up the back of the heel, you want to constantly move back and forth and not hit one specific area for a long period of time, because it could burn the mesh, so be aware of that. You want to do this about 3 minutes, or until you feel that the back of the heel is warm enough. From there, you can start to remold the back of the heel. What I like to do is I like to work from the inside. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking my fingers and pushing it back out from the bent area. I'm also running my finger like back and forth and kind of like scraping to remold back the heel cap. It's gonna be kind of weird when you actually do this for the first time, but you could just feel that there's something within the heel cap that kind of feels like, I don't know, the same consistency of like maybe wax or something like that. But as you're remolding it, you could actually start to feel and see that you're actually doing it. I don't know how to explain that, but just keep going at it. You might have to do this like maybe a few times. I think I'd hit this up like maybe 3 times, so I warmed it up, reformed it, warmed it up, reformed it, warmed it up, reformed it. So don't get discouraged if you don't get it the first time or the second time or the third time. Just keep going at it, and I reassure you that it's gonna be able to reform. So keep going at it, and as you can see that I'm still working on this. However, probably by the second time I did this, it already looks pretty good. So even if it's going to be like the second time and it looks pretty good, you could still make it more perfect. You could go ahead and use the hairdryer instead of drying it or heating it up on the outside. Go ahead and hit it up in the inside as well too, and just try to get it as best as you can when you're remolding it. As soon as you're happy with the remolding of your heel cap, what I like to do is I like to put a towel inside of the heel of the Roshe and hit it up a few more times, kind of just remove some of the imperfections and get it as perfect as I can. As soon as I was done ironing out the imperfections, I went ahead and left the towel inside of the Roshe, hit it up a few more times just to make it, even more perfect than it was before. And what I'm gonna do afterwards is I'm gonna go ahead and just set this Roshe aside and let the heel cap cool down. So I kind of left it out for like a few hours with the towel inside, just to have the heel cap reform on itself as it cools down. So I really hope that gives you a little bit more of an insight to try to fix your heel caps. Just go ahead and follow those guidelines and the techniques that I used in the video and try to replicate that on your own as you're trying to do this. But if you guys do have any questions, leave me a comment down below and I'll help you guys out with that. And here is the final results of the Mango V2s. First coming in all banged up, but now I restored it back to its former glory. Of course there's going to be some stuff that I couldn't fix out, but hey, it is what it is. And I know that this restoration video is not going to be like elaborated like some of those like Jordan restoration videos out there, but hey, you know what? This is like the first Roshe one, I think, in my opinion. I don't know. If there's some out there, then shoutouts to you. Anyways, guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you find it a little bit insightful. If you guys do have any questions or anything like that, leave me a comment down below and I'll try to help you out the best I can. Keep in mind that this is like kind of like my first one, so I'm still pretty new at this, but I will regardless try to help you guys out. Hey, if you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and leave me that thumbs up, share this with other Roshe fans out there, and subscribe for more content. But until the next video, guys, stay humble, stay inspired, spread those positive vibes, but whatever you guys do not forget to rock that Roshe, even if it's dirty. But after my video, you're gonna clean it up pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Alright guys, I'm your host Rye, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.